Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you enjoy it. So today we'll be making a simple chocolate cake. Have you ever wanted to make a chocolate cake and you're like, I don't have an electric machine, or I don't have a hand machine or anything electrical to make a cake? Well, then this recipe is just for you, because I used just a hand whisk. All I needed was a bowl and a sieve and a jug. That's it. That's all you need to make this cake. If you want to know how to make this cake, keep on watching. So now I've combined all my dry ingredients in a bowl, and I have my sugar, cocoa powder, flour, salt, baking powder, baking soda. Mix it and whisk it together. Now I'm going to add all my wet ingredients, which are my eggs, vanilla essence, oil and buttermilk. Mix it all together in a jug and pour it into your dry ingredients. This step is essential, so make sure you whisk in correctly, ensuring all the wet ingredients combines with the dry ingredients. Keep whisking. As you can see, I'm going round and round in a circular motion. You can either use a whisk, a wooden spoon, a spatula, whatever you're comfortable with, as long as the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients are combined. That's all. And of course you can use a machine. It's just that it's a recipe where you don't have to use a machine, which is why I'm just trying to demonstrate that it's possible to work without a machine. So keep whisking it until it becomes smoother. As we can see, it's getting combined together quite well. And there you have it. It's quite smooth now. Now I'm going to add my coffee. Now, coffee in a chocolate cake does not necessarily mean that it's going to make the cake taste like coffee. It actually just enhances the chocolate flavor in a cake. So be sure to add this. If you do not add it, this cake will not come out as moist as it should, and it will not be as flavorful. Keep whisking this hot coffee into your batter until it is combined. This may take a little bit longer as you're putting liquid into a thick batter, so it will take longer, but just keep mixing it and it will eventually get combined. My suggestion to you at this point is to use a spatula and ensure that everything is fully combined and mixed from the bottom. I did that, but I just forgot to record it. Once that's ready, you can now pour it into your cake tin. Now I tried a pizza cake mold here, but I would not suggest it as it was just too moist for this mold. But be sure to use any cake pan that you prefer. So this pizza cake actually baked in about 25 to 30 minutes. But if you're using a regular 8-inch, you obviously need 2 pans, and that will probably take about 30 to 40 minutes as well, all depending on what size cake tin you use and what oven you're using. And this bakes at 180 degrees Celsius, and you can only know when it's done once you insert a toothpick, because it's a very moist cake, so you've got to be careful. Once that comes out just about clean, then you know that your cake is done. Right, so while the cake is baking, I would suggest you start making the icing. So here I'm going to do a classic fudge frosting. So basically what we're first going to do is put our butter and our chocolate into a pot or a saucepan and start to melt that first. I added in my vanilla essence at this point as well, and just kept stirring it with a spatula until it started to melt fully. That is the first step, so keep mixing it so as to ensure that it does not stick or burn at the bottom. So just be very careful. I put this on a medium to low heat on a gas stove, so you can use any electric stove. It takes a while for it to melt, but just keep stirring to ensure it doesn't burn. As you can see now, it's fully melted, almost. Keep stirring it. Now I've added brown sugar, and this just gives the icing that sweetness, and it's because I used dark chocolate, I used a little bit more brown sugar so that makes it sweet. And at the end, we add in our milk, or you can even use cream. Keep mixing that in and let it boil. Let the frosting thicken until you can see it's sort of just about bubbling. Don't overboil it because it might start to stick and burn. We do not want that. So keep stirring it with your spatula or wooden spoon, whatever you want to use. Keep mixing it. As you can see, it's starting to thicken. Now that's when you turn it off. Once you turn it off, you let it cool and keep mixing it and make sure the butter incorporates with the chocolate. It will look something like this. Now put it in the fridge and let it set. So once your icing is cool, whip it up and start piping your cupcakes or cake. I used a rosette nozzle, so I piped rosettes first, then I used a rose petal nozzle. I did these squiggly lines and I kept doing them on different cupcakes and cake pizza slices, and then I piped it with a French tip nozzle, and that's what I kept doing until it was fully piped. And now I added some chocolates on top. I added some sliced Ferrero, some chopped toffee crisp, and I then added a few Lindt mints and Lindos, and yeah, that was it. And there you go. So now your cupcakes or cake or pizza cake slices are all decorated and ready to eat. So I hope you found this recipe fairly simple. If you're a beginner, this is probably the best recipe I'd suggest to you, especially for the cake. The icing might be a bit complicated for you, but it's not that bad if you follow the instructions. And yeah, next time you have a craving for something rich and chocolatey, this is the cake for you to make. The recipe will be posted in my description, so be sure to check it out there. And I used Ina Garten's recipe from Beveled Contessa. So yeah, her recipes are great. And yeah, if you really enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.